Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatima Zara Panungi from Group 6. Today, for my presentation for civics, I will be talking about the controversy of executions. The material that was given to my group is to talk about regulations that has something to do with our field of study. And because my field of study is law, so I will be talking about criminal law, particularly about executions. Okay, so what is an execution? An execution is a sort of criminal punishment for individuals who have committed a grave crime. A grave crime is basically crimes that has a direct violation to the human rights code, such as committing murder to another human, genocide, etc., etc. So, according to the Indonesian law, executions are regulated in a number of different laws, such as the Criminal Code Article 10 that basically states about how an execution can be carried out if ordered to by the judge. Law number 2 of 1964 that regulates about the procedures of an execution. Indonesian Chief Police Law number 12 of 2010 that regulates about the police's roles as executioners, and the Criminal Code Article 104 that states how if a person murders the president or the vice president, then he or she will be immediately executed. So, reasons for executions in Indonesia. There are a number of reasons for executions in Indonesia, but the most notable ones are treason, as regulated in the Criminal Code Article 110(4), premeditated murder or planned murder, as regulated in the Criminal Code Article 304(t), corruption, as regulated in the law number 31 year of 1999, Article 2, genocide, as regulated in the law number 26 year of 2000, drugs, as regulated in the law number 35 year of 2009, and minors drug consumption, are regulated in the law number 23 year 2002, Article 89. What I mean by minors drug consumption is if a drug consumption is committed by a minor or an individual under the age of legal age, which is 18. So, human rights. What exactly is a human rights? Human rights are the concept of a general rights that has stuck to a human or a person since before their birth all the way to their death. The human rights code is in direct violation to the execution. Why is it in direct violation, and why exactly did a controversy happen? This is because the human rights code is already recognized by our constitution, particularly in the Article 28A all the way to Article 28G. In Constitution Article 28A, it is stated that every person has the rights to be alive and the right to protect their lives. This is a direct violation to the execution methods or the execution laws or punishments that are put into place by the authorities. Also stated in the Constitution Article 28I is the restating and the emphasizing about Article 28A, which states about rights to be alive and the rights to protect their lives. This is a huge controversy that is still going on until now because most people are against the executions law because it is a direct violation to the human rights code. Now, we've seen it in the eyes of the Indonesian law, but how about in the eyes of the international law, or more specifically from the perspective of the United Nations? Human rights law that argues against executions. According to international law, there's two notable, well, there are a lot, but there is two most notable regulations or laws that are highly against executions. These are the Declaration of Human Rights, particularly in Article 3 that states every human has the right to live. This right shall be protected by law, and no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his life. Meaning that every person has the rights to be alive, and this right will always be protected by the law. Nobody's life shall be taken forcefully except under a criminal act. But in face of law, nobody's life will be taken forcibly, even if it means by execution. Another regulation that is highly controversial, not controversial, that is highly contradicting the execution is International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Regulated in Article 6 and Paragraph 1 and Article 7, particularly I will take about every country should only perform an execution on a huge and/or fatal crime. This covenant basically states that an execution may be committed if the crime is very fatal or very huge, such as genocide, treason, or terrorist. This particular covenant is highly looked up to by certain countries that contributes to execution punishments the most, such as Japan and United States of America. So, what are the solutions? Well, as of right now, there isn't any permanent solution that has been implemented yet, but some temporary solutions that can be implemented in Indonesia are: one is that the trials must be proceeded truly and with actual facts to prevent the case from prosecuting or executing the wrong person or the wrong crime committers. Number two is that every individuals that will be executed must be provided with a proper psychologist for their mental health and as well as their mental preparation to face execution. Number three is that the state must under no circumstances not able to grant the executee's final wish. So the nation or the country or the state must grant the executee's final wish. The most important thing to note here is that no matter what, we have to strive to find a new way to replace executions, a way that will not go against the Human Rights Code, a right that has us to protect our own life and for us to be alive. So that will be all for my presentation about the controversy of executions. It is quite brief, but I do hope that we will be able to open a discussion with this. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Fatima Zara Panendungi. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.